Ishaq, and they said he had others from other wives after the death of Sarah. Some of this, like scholars classified Sarah and Musa's mom and Isa's mom Maryam from as-Siddiqun, the truthful one. And Allah honored them with that title. Ishaq, we say that Ishaq, the second child for Ibrahim, and he's from Sarah. Ishaq had a son called Yaqub or Jacob. That's his name. Yaqub, he had another son called Al-Is. When something happened between him and his brother Yaqub, the mother of his mom advised Yaqub to leave the city and to go to his uncle so he can live with his uncle and marry one of his daughters. So Yaqub migrated in his way to that place, Haran. Yaqub slept and he used one of the rock as a pillow. When he slept, he saw that a staircase going from the earth to the heaven. Angels were ascending and descending. He also saw that the Lord is addressing him and saying, I will bless you and increase the number of your children and give you the land on which you are on now. That was in his way. So he put a mark on that rock and he wrote Baytu Il. Baytu Il. That means the house of Allah. And we said yesterday, Il, for them, it means Allah. Like Jibra'il, Israfil, Mikail, and his name Yaqub Israel. That's the name of Yaqub. Isra means Abd, and Il means Allah Azza wa Jalla. So Yaqub, when he got to his uncle, he requested to marry one of his daughters. His uncle told him, you cannot marry till you serve me 7 years. And he intended to marry one of them called Rahil. So he served his uncle 7 years. After 7 years, his uncle married him to one of his daughters. But it didn't turn out Rahil, it turned Leah. And when he said, why is that? I requested to marry this Rahil and you give me Leah. He said, in our tradition, the old one should go first. And Rahil was younger than her sister. He said, but I want to marry Rahil. He said, okay, then serve me another 7 years. He served his uncle another 7 years to marry Rahil. Leah gave birth to most of the kids of Yaqub. And Rahil couldn't get pregnant, so after he married her, she gifted him her slave to have kids from her. So he had kids from that one. And because of that, Leah felt jealous from her sister, so she married him, she gifted him her slave too, so he can enjoy. So he had kids from that. After a while, Leah, I know some of you say, what good wife does not like it. So Leah, after that, Rahil made a dua to Allah Azza wa Jal to bless her with babies. So she had the most beautiful baby, Yusuf alayhi salatu wassalam. So that was the first child for Rahil from Yaqub. And the second child was Binyamin. So Rahil gave birth to 2 kids of Yaqub, Binyamin and Yusuf alayhi salatu wassalam. Then Yaqub decided to go back to his family after 20 years. To go back to his father and his mom. He got back, they said he tried his best to avoid having any clash with his brother. So he gifted him a lot of gifts. So his brother would go easy for him. And from their tradition, they greet each other by making sujood. That's how they greet each other. And that was permissible before. As I said, Yaqub married 2 sisters. That was permissible in their Sharia. So it was okay to marry for two sisters, that's fine, and to make sujood as a greeting, that's fine. So he went back, and when he got there, he stayed with his father Ishaq, and Ishaq died when he was 180 years. When Ishaq died, he buried Ishaq next to his father Ibrahim in the city of Hebron, or what called Al-Khalil nowadays. Yaqub, as mentioned, he had 12 kids. As mentioned in the Quran in Surah Yusuf. قال يوسف لأبيه يا أبت إني رأيت 11 كوكبا والشمس والقمر رأيتهم لي ساجدين. That Yusuf informed his father about the dream he saw, that he saw 11 planets making sujood for him, plus the moon and the sun. And the 11 planets interpreted as his siblings, and the moon and the sun his father and his parents. So Yaqub, when he heard his son narrating that, he told him, don't tell anyone of your brother. And this is a blessing from Allah Azza wa Jal. Allah Azza wa Jal choose you and honored you. As the Prophet ﷺ mentioned in the hadith, who's the noblest person? Man huwa al-akram, that means he said the noble is the son of the noble, the son of the noble, the son of the noble is Yusuf ibn Yaqub ibn Ishaq ibn Ibrahim. That's the best lineage for one to have, for Yusuf alayhi salam. His father is his Nabi, his father Nabi, his grandfather Nabi, his grandfather is a Nabi. So he came from that lineage, Yusuf alayhi salam. His father told him, don't narrate this story to anyone. And he was known that he was the most beloved one to his father. And that made his siblings got jealous of him. And so they planned something at the beginning to kill him. But one of them said, don't kill him. Let's throw him in a well, and that would be enough. So they kept insisting to take him with them for a trip, so he can enjoy that. And they kept telling their father about that. Okay, let him enjoy the time with us. Let him go out with us. And Yaqub, he loved him so much. He didn't want to let Yusuf go with them. At the end, he wanted them. He said, my words that you will be distracted by anything else, and the wolf will eat him. He said, do not worry about that. We will take care of him. So فلما ذهبوا به وأجمعوا يجعلوه في غيابات الجب وأوحينا إليه لتنبئنهم بأمرهم هذا وهم لا يشعرون. That Yusuf received a revelation that he will inform his siblings about their plan when he will have the power in the future. So they took him, they threw him in the well, and they slaughtered a goat. And they took the t-shirt of Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam, and they stained it with the blood of the goat, and they came back to their father, telling him, we were praying, and Yusuf stayed behind, and the wolf ate Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam. And they were crying to show that their evidence is strong. So they made all those kind of action, all those kind to get rid of their brother who was beloved to their dad more than them. That's what we call nowadays the problem of being jealous too much or envy, to envy someone for what Allah Azza wa Jal bestowed upon them. The Rusul, what Allah Azza wa Jal, whom Allah Azza wa Jal sent, those are chosen by Allah Azza wa Jal. Allah, Yaqub informed his son, وَكَذَلِكَ يَجْتَبِيكَ رَبُّكَ وَيُعَلِّمُكَ مِنْ تَأْوِيلِ الْأَحَادِيثِ. That Allah Azza wa Jal is going to choose you, and He will teach you how to interpret the dreams. This is a blessing from Allah Azza wa Jal. All of his siblings, as mentioned by the book, they are not prophets. None of his siblings of Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam were a prophet or a messenger. And the word asbaq mentioned in the Quran, the sib is it meant the tribe of the Jewish. It didn't mean the sons or the children of Yaqub alayhi salatu wasalam. So none of them were prophets because they said none of the prophets will lie or cheat or deceive. And that's what the siblings of Yusuf alayhi salatu wasalam did. And inshallah from tomorrow we will start from the journey that took Yusuf from Sham to Egypt and how Allah Azza wa Jal honored him to be Aziz wa Misr. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد ان لا اله الا انت نستغفرك ونتوب اليك.